Hello, friends. Welcome to Dave Diggs History, the medical edition. Excuse me one moment, please. I beg your indulgence and forgiveness if I seem a bit out of sorts today. That's because I am indeed out of sorts. All winter long, and it was a hard winter, plenty of snow, temperatures beyond belief. It was, my goodness, this cold is miserable. When is spring going to get here? When is summer going to get here? We don't have to do this anymore. Well, winter is gone, summer is here, and it's a case of, excuse me, it's a case of when's the first snow going to fall? The heat has been oppressive. You can compare it to it being as hot as the devil's belt buckle. You can see the effect it has on certain people. Don't let me forget my manners. Hello, good morning, good people. Thank you for coming to visit today. I hope you're doing a lot better in this heat than I am. It hasn't been terribly busy around here at the hospital. The railroad construction workers haven't been too ailing. That may change with the heat. One worker... I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Excuse me. Yeah. Are you doing all right in this heat? I'm very sorry, folks. Well, affects the brain, doesn't it? As I was saying, there was one of the workers. He was working as part of the ditch digging crew. His job was to take a shovel and dig a drainage ditch along the side of the track near the roadbed so that there will be runoff and the water won't interfere with the railroad, washing away ballast and such. He came to me on Saturday afternoon He came to me on Saturday in the afternoon because he was off work at that time. It is quite typical, very typical, that these days, and for a lot of days after these days, working people work 5.5 days a week. They get a half day off on Saturday. Lucky them. He had been ailing for some time, and his ailment, had he come to me sooner, I could have done something about it, but had he come to me any sooner, his pay would have been docked. He doesn't work, he doesn't get paid. He does work, he gets paid. That's long and short of it. Should just stick my head in a bucket. He had a wart. I know warts aren't terribly interesting. They're not very scientific. They're not the cause of a lot of attention. It's a wart, so what? Small potatoes, but not to him. He was suffering fairly badly because of the wart, because of what he did and where the wart was. It was here. The fleshy part of the hand between the forefinger and the thumb. That's where his shovel rested as he was working. And of course, it irritated the wart quite badly. It was inflamed, it was painful, it wasn't going to heal as long as he was shoveling, and there would be friction between the shovel handle and the wart itself. So Saturday afternoon, he came to see me, and here's what I did. I took a look at it and decided the best course of action would be to get one of my scalpels, and just in case I needed it, a bisturi. It's this curved bladed medical tool. And I just simply, well, first I gave him some opium to allay the pain, because perforation job right in my eye. Pardon me again, folks. Oh. Yeah, they expect a man to work in this heat. Of course, the workers, the railroad construction workers, they have it much worse than I do, certainly. But getting back to the wart, I took my scalpel and I just started digging around it, going towards the center, removing skin and wart as I went, dabbing up the blood every so often so I could see what I was doing. And when I got down to a point where there wasn't any visible wart left above the skin, I then took some lunar caustic. You might know it by its more common name, silver nitrate. And I just sprinkled a liberal dose over it and watched it burn, because that's what lunar caustic does. It's a caustic. It will eat living flesh. I wanted to form a crust over where the wart used to be, so that maybe it wouldn't get any worse. Maybe I got the entire wart. I hope I did. He would have all day, the rest of the day on Saturday to recuperate, and also all day Sunday. Hopefully on Monday when he went back to work, it was not ailing him quite so much. And I gave him a couple of spare bandages and some opium to take with him in pill form so that he could at least be pain-free. If he needs to come back, I'll be here. My goodness. Why did I take this job? It's a living. I hope you're all doing better than normal in this heat. You can find some solace somewhere from the heat. A nice shade tree would be fine. The tent here provides me protection from the direct rays of the sun, but inside here there's not much in the way of ventilation to be had. So I'll just drink water like a fish and carry on. One of these days it will be winter, the snow will fall, and we'll be complaining again about the cold. I appreciate your being here. Very happy to see everyone again. Do take care of yourselves. I hope to see you in a visitation capacity and not in a capacity more fitting to my occupation, if you know what I mean. Until the next time our tracks cross, I have the honor to remain your most respectful and obedient servant, Dr. Tooms, coming to you once again, as always, from a long time ago, to your continued good health. I'm just about out of water. But that's okay. I had. It just doesn't end, does it? Well, as I go off to search for some more water, I bid you adieu for the time being. Excuse me, if you please. I don't need a pitcher. I need a 10-gallon bucket. But I don't have a 10-gallon bucket.